Okay, so in this question, we're asked which is the better deal? And so I guess what we're looking for is the best unit amount, in other words, the lowest cost per 100 grams or whatever, per gram, I suppose. And assuming that we'll use it all, I guess that would be our best deal, right? So let's start off. We'll go with what are the unit costs for each one of these. And so starting off, let's say we have 0.89 or 89 cents per 100 grams. Okay, so pull out well, I guess we don't need to pull out the calculator. We can see divided by 100, just move that decimal place over. And so we would have $0.0089 per gram. So gram being a very small unit in many cases, and so fairly inexpensive per gram. Makes sense. Going with the other situation, we have, let's see, $7.99, and we're 1 kilogram. So we have to stop and say, well, having dollars per gram and having to compare it with dollars per kilogram just complicates things a bit. So let's do our unit calculation by switching that to grams. And a kilogram, we know, is 1,000 grams. And if you are wondering about that, cats hate dogs, dogs chase mice, and you could say, okay, we're going from kilograms to 3. So what we would do is we would move that decimal place to the right, 3, and we'd end up with 1,000. So anyways, just a justification for our 1,000 grams. Make sure you know how to get there. So $7.99 divided by that, and again, we can look at it. Dividing by 1,000 just means moving that decimal place over 3 times in this case. And we have the same unit, so that'll make it good for comparing. And we look at it and we say that this is a higher cost than this is. So this is our cheaper one. And so we can identify that as the better deal. Now, had you stopped and said, oh, well, I was going to do the 1,000 grams or 100 grams on the top and the 0.89 on the bottom and work it out that way, that is perfectly good as well. In other words, here, let's just do that real quick. If you would have approached it like this and said $0.89, and you come up with quick calculation, 112 grams per dollar, and 1,000. Again, we would still switch it so that we have units that can be easily compared. And $7.99, and that would come out to be 125 grams per dollar. And in this case, we'd interpret it a little bit differently in that we see we get more per dollar. So this would be the better deal. So I just wanted to show you that whichever way you approached it is perfectly fine. If you laid out your work nicely, then it makes sense either way.